Per usual, or starting now, everything on the channel will be for educational purposes only and is not intended as financial advice. So for my first video, I wanted to go over some of the indicators that I use. I did record this video and my audio was mixed up, so it sounds like shit. So I will start over now. So opening up the Bitcoin chart here, we see that the main indicators I use, some of these I've been just trying out, but my staple ones has been TPO. So TradingView has one built in here. You can check TPO and you can see you can choose a period. So if I'm on the hourly, let's choose the weekly one, 4 hour block size. Let's do like 500. So for the ticks per row, I like to set it to auto, have it pick one, and then increase it from there. So like we'll try 500, and you got a little bit better view in my opinion. You hit OK, and this is the built-in TPO indicator from TradingView. So here we're in the weekly. Right now it's Tuesday, so you can see kind of how its price is building up that profile. So here's the one from last week for Bitcoin. We see that the TPO was around here, and you do have some settings here. So like you can see, if I set it to a line chart, you have the initial balance. So here's the open, the close from the first hour, and if we double click here, you can see you can enable like to have the pour high, pour lows, and single prints. And if you want to extend them, have the open as an example, and then you'll see where price opens for each TPO. So this one we opened here, close down here. That is the one built in from TradingView. The one I like to use more often has been the volume / market profile and this historic volume / market profile indicator. And I have them set for different time frames. So let's start off for the hourly chart, the 6-month market profile might not load because there's too much data. Let's see what the error is, the one that TradingView says. Yeah, it takes too long to execute. So for the 6 months, if we go for like the 3-day, we can try that. See, now it loaded. And for that one, you do have the option to have it paint on the side here. You can choose like how far off you want it. So I chose 240 like bars to the right and a size of 60. This can also be negative. I believe both can be negative. And what I like to do is have the rolling point of control, and you see it will cause a longer load time if not needed. It's recommended to turn it off. That is the main reason that I use this indicator, so I have that on. I sometimes turn on the value area high and low just to get in perspective, but that's turned on as an as needed basis. I leave this off, and here are the settings that I use. I like to color code mine. So for 6 months, it's this like pinkish color, and for 3 months, I believe it's like orangey. Monthly is blue, and weekly is green, daily is yellow. But we'll go on one at a time. So for the 6 month one, if we, let's see, this is on FMX. So we do like Binance, go to that chart, get rid of these old drawings, and let's see, reset it. Here you can see like a rolling point of control, value area high, value area low. You can see here in May of 2022, May 4th, 2022, sorry. We broke down on the value area low, we kept above it, and once it acted as support, you can see we retested the point of control after the point of control like lowered. You can see just how price reacts to it here, for example. So this is a 6 month. One thing I did forget to mention is you have the option to use the look back calculator. So look back will look at the previous 6 months and it'll keep adjusting. So for example, now it'll take into account the past 6 months of data, and if we disable the look back, then it'll get the, in this case, January to June 31st. and then June 31st to now, it'll start that 6-month profile over again. So let's say as an example, it is July 15th, and you have the monthly market profile and the 6-month market profile. It'll look the same because it's using the same data for its calculation. So right here, if we're in the 6-month, you can see and go back, and you might want to play with these settings, see which like coins or charts react to different, to like the look back or not look, like non look back option. But yeah, you can just play around with it. Like I said, I use the point of control and the value area high and low. I turn them on and as needed, just when I'm interested to see how price is reacting to that level. You can, in this case for the 6-month, the closer you are to the end of the profile, the more confidence you can have that you'll see some reaction towards it. Again, financial advice, just like in my point, and you should backtest it on whatever chart you're using it on. So for here, it looks like it is April 2024. I don't think price is gonna go back down that low, but if it does, this would be a great potential buying opportunity, because it is taken into consideration. Let's see, 3 months of data. So if we go back and turn on the value area high and the low, you can see, let me find a good example. So like here, you see that it the 6-month rolling point of control was around this area. So then that was a good area to maybe look where price will go back to. So if we go back there, extend that, you can see that once price was bullish, you saw it move back up there, and you did see some like slight resistance here for at least a couple of hours, but it looks like we pushed back through it, acted as support, and then we bounced up above it. The main thing that you're looking for is price to react to this level. Delete that, and so like that was the 6-month, and you do have the option to, I think you have to like have it on the side here. Like I said, I color coded them. This is the 6-month one, and what I like to do is have the 6-month, the 3-month. Let's look back. I don't always have the 6-month one just because it takes a long time to load on lower time frames. So if I do 3-month, 1 month, and weekly, and if I go down to, let's say, the 30-minute time frame, once it loads, you'll see that you can get a better view of where price either wants to go or will have a reaction to. So let's wait for this to load. And for these settings, I like to have the profile displayed to the right and stack them in order. So like I have the weekly here, and then here you'll see the monthly, and then you'll see here the 3-month. And it gives me just a broad overview of what the respective TPO is looking like. So right here for Bitcoin, we can see that we had a like the monthly POC for September stayed around here. Looks like we have a naked point of control, naked monthly point of control. Naked just means untested as far as I'm aware. So then if price does come down here, it would be a nice level that you can probably expect people to have bids on. And so it looks here, we try to retest it, and you can see that price, especially in crypto, might not always hit the exact like point. It might hit that general area. So because the blue is the monthly, I just noticed the 3 months didn't load. So let me go to the hour, and I'll turn on the historic volume market profile for 3 months. And this will only paint if the like 3-month period in this case is over. So because it is October 15th, this profile for 3 months ended in September. So then you'll see it on the chart. You won't see the one current for October or Q4. I like to have them positive so that it paints like, I'll show you once I zoom out, but let me make it like the 4 hour just because it's a higher time frame. So in the HVMP, historic volume slash market profile, and we do like -20, which I believe is the default, you'll see it painted the other way. So I like to have them this way. That's why they're positive. And you can turn off the candlesticks, or what I like to do is use a line chart, maybe set the opacity, like set it so you can barely see it. So then if you really want to pay attention, you can, or you can just turn it off. But for this case, we'll see here, what were we looking at? Oh yeah, how price reacts. So like in this case, I believe we were talking about this TPO, or this TPO slash this PLC, but I want to point your attention to this one, the one in Q2 2024. So it looks like both the monthly and the quarterly point of control was at the same spot. So that is a good spot that you can see, or it's a good spot that you would like to see a reaction to, or that most people are expecting a reaction to. So in this case, if we turn off the historic profiles, we see that price went lowered, and you can look around, just play with the settings and see like why price reacted to it. You can also take a look at the footprint as an example to see like when you might get like a shift in delta. But I use this for the most part for like knowing when to open a trade or when to take profit on a trade. So you'll see here that once Bitcoin had a change in trend, here you see like a classic like W double bottom, and then it looks like you had an ascending triangle, and then price shifted upwards. And you see here the point of control for the monthly and 3 month was 69,300-ish, and price went up to like 70K, which makes sense for as a like psychological level, and that's when you had a change in trend. So that is an example of when you'll see like price react towards it. I think earlier I was talking about like this section here where price didn't quite come down to that point of control. So you can turn on, in this case it was September, so let's turn on the 3 month historic profile. And if this isn't getting you the view you want, you can also use the one built in from TradingView. So if you do 3 months automatic, you can see here that price went down to this level. You see here the TPO, the point of control was here around 58,000, but this section around the point of control, you can see like this like mountain, I like to call them, it goes up to here. So then that's where like the general section where you can see a reaction to, in case, like I like to have that on as a just in case price doesn't actually reach down to the point of control. So if we extend that, you can see that price entered that zone and then found some buyers there, and we reacted bullishly after that, and we went to this other section here. So that is the volume market profile.